Hey, what's happening, friends? This is my opinion, and today we're going to be looking at the ultimate, most definitive Super Mario 64 Iceberg, where I take a couple of entries from different layers and briefly discuss them. For those of you who don't know what an iceberg video is, yes, you do, because the rule on YouTube is anybody who watches YouTube has watched at least 5 of these. But if you really need to know, an iceberg video is just a collection of information about different forms of media. 40% of the entries are common knowledge, 40% of them are fake or over dramatized, and the other 20% are actually like obscure information that you would have never guessed were true. And with that preamble out of the way, let's get started. Layer 1. Yeah, that's my layer announcing voice. What do you guys think? Alright, we're going to start with L is Real 2401. In the courtyard of Princess Peach's castle, there's an altar. It's a satanic pentagram, and there's a bunch of white chicken scratch on it that people think says L is Real 2401. People also think that this means that you can unlock Luigi in game by doing a bunch of garbage, and it turns out you can't unlock him. He's in the code, but he's stored away. You can't unlock him. What I happen to think this means is it's Nintendo's premonition that in, what, 8 or 9 years from the game's release, Death Note would release, and there is a character named L that would make his first appearance. I don't actually really know much about Death Note. All I know is that Willem Dafoe voiced some clown thing and it liked to eat apples. Alright, and the second entry on this layer is the half button A press. And I have no idea what that means. I have no idea how it works. Don't lie, neither do you. I watched a couple of videos on it of this guy explaining you come into the level with the A button pressed down, and you don't like release it until you get to the star, and then once you exit the level, Waluigi's unlocked somewhere. I don't know. But I didn't really learn anything from the video that made sense to me, except that if I press A, Mr. Wahoo jumps. Layer 2. Unagi's Tunnel. Unagi is a hellspawn. She's a low polygon eel that slithers around at the bottom of Jolly Roger's Bay once you disturb her. She stays in this green mesh stuff, but once you get close enough, she takes a couple of swipes at you and then just slithers on out, slithers free to haunt your nightmares. People have been curious about what's behind that mesh. What is in Unagi's tunnel? I happen to think that it's just eel hell. That's where Unagi lives. You know, the Unagi thing really hits me personally because I remember when I was a little kid, I was in the mission where you need to snatch the star from Unagi's tail. But I remember distinctly that once I got close enough, instead of getting the star, Unagi wrapped her tail around Mario and strangled him to death. A lot of you are just going to say I'm misremembering his really disturbing drowning animation, but I distinctly, vividly remember Unagi choking me out Rex Kwon Do style. Yoshi's saddle. Yoshi has a saddle? No, he doesn't. Although, did you know that Yoshi's nomenclature, his full scientific name, is T. Yoshisaur Munchakoopas? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I say we convince Nintendo to put that in their next very underwhelming Yoshi spin-off game. What are they going to call it? Yoshi's Baked Oven Baked World for the Switch 2. Please walk quietly in the halls. On the second floor, like right on the wall of the staircase leading up to the third floor, there's this sign that says, "Shut the hell up in my castle filled with no furniture and only paintings." Well, sorry, Princess Peach, but for as long as you and your staff are trapped, like in the walls, I'm gonna backwards long jump as much as I want. Layer 3. Haunted dirt texture. Allegedly, in Bob-omb Battlefield, there's a certain section of dirt texture where if you look at it the right way, you see some sort of a mangled or distorted haunted face. I don't know, you tell me. What do you see when you look at this? Do you see a face in there somewhere? Or are you just looking at a close-up Minecraft soil block? Mario in a Got Milk commercial. Okay, yeah, this thing is totally real. And I remember as a kid seeing it. I don't remember what the context was of me seeing it, But I remember thinking it was one of the wildest fever dreams I ever had in my life. What was really unnerving about it to me was Mario. This was like my first experience with Mario, like crossing media from a video game into a TV commercial, uh, hopping into some poor kid's fridge and taking all their milk. Allegedly milk. I don't think you ever read that label. You don't see what's written on it. Mario, I don't think that's milk you're really drinking. Gaylord Bowser. Apparently, whenever you throw Bowser out into the open in his arena, you have a chance of hearing Mario yell, "So long, bundle of sticks, Bowser." Now, if you listen, it definitely seems like he's saying that. There's not a lot of room to really interpret it differently. But it had been a few years ago that voice actor Charles Martinet, since retired, um, said that his line was, "So long, King of Bowser." Now, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm going to be taking cues from maybe the fourth best Mario voice actor, all right? Definitely sounds like he's saying what everybody thinks he's saying. I think that Charles Martinet just needs to accept that he was living in a different time and he just let his rampant homophobia slip out. Layer 4. Peach is trapped in a stained glass window. Good. Toads are trapped in the walls. Good. Wiggler's body parts are used as decoration in Bowser's arena. Yeah, I mean, same models are used in everything. I'd assume Bowser just had enough of Wiggler's crap. Wiggler is kind of a jerk. All it takes is a little bit of water on his head, and he just like tries to kill you, pretty much. If you're asking me how you explain Wiggler's body parts showing up in Bowser's first two arenas before you even get to a tiny, huge cock island, I'd assume that Bowser had been doing this for a while. It's just he saves one segment of Wiggler over, and a new Wiggler grows out of it. I don't know, what is that? Osmosis? Cellular division? Alright, I'm not even going to use pictures for these ones because they're total bullcrap and I wouldn't know how to explain them. Sequel canceled because of temporal leakage. Just shut up. I don't know. It's not real. You made that crap up. Every copy of Mario 64 is personalized. Well, like I said, Unagi choked me out in mine. Let's see, what else did I find? I found a sign left by Mr. Miyamoto himself in between the entrance of the second Bowser Arena and Dire Dire Docks, and that sign read, "What are you doing here? There's no Wario head apparition, you bundle of sticks." Well, that was all good and fun, but it's not really original if I'm using pre-existing entries. So I think I'm gonna make up my own. Really quick, rapid fire. Layer 1B. Mario is addicted to Adderall. He runs around for hours on end, but the minute you're AFK, he sits down, slumps over, and passes out. Layer 2B. TikTok clock is too big. This means to say that Click Clock Woods there is too big to exist inside of Peach's actual clock. Did you know that? Huh? Did you? Layer 3B. I don't even remember what I have for this one. Oh, Bowser's sub. Yeah, Bowser's sub is now counted as a main series transportation device for Bowser, up there with the Clown Copter and that sick Rolls Royce that he had in 3D World. Hey guys, just a quick last minute edit. I realized that in layer 4 I forgot to talk about the wet dry world negative emotional aura. Well, it's a very quick and easy explanation. Wet dry world sucks as a level, it's frustrating and infuriating to play, and I'd say that me getting angry is a negative emotion. Well, guys, thanks for sticking around and listening. This was a lot of fun to make, and I hope we all walk away with some abundance of knowledge, or at least most of our brain cells. Let me know what you guys want to hear next. Do you like the iceberg formula? Is it still popular? Is it still being milked? I could make a couple more iceberg videos. I can make them on YouTube personalities. Boogie2988 comes to mind. I could make a really fun iceberg on him. Let me know in the comments. Alright, thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.